Hey there, CGMS students. Welcome to homework 4.3. You watched the video, you can go ahead and check off. Calculators are okay, but they're really not going to help you on this homework. It's going to be mainly vocab based, so have your notes right next to you or have that reference sheet with all the keywords right next to you. Problem number 1 and 3 I've already done for you. This is showing how to show work on these problems, so I don't want to just see an answer circled. I want you to actually kind of walk through the sentence itself and pull out, just like I have, like the word product, that's our operator word, so that's why I put a little arrow and a dot. Number, that's our variable, that's why I put a little arrow and n, and then -8. I just tried to translate it as -8 for you, right? So let's go down to number 5. It says 18 less than a number. So 18 obviously is a number from this. Less than, that's our operator, that's going to be subtraction, and a number, that is our variable. Now, our answer is not 18 minus n, remember, because it's less than. The word less than, you flip it around. Super key to understand. So it's n minus 18 is our answer, and that's our only answer. We cannot write that as 18 minus n. That would be a completely different problem. Let's go ahead and try number 7. It says the total parking, the total for parking and admission. So the operator word we have here is total. That obviously means plus. We have a variable for parking. We have no idea how much it is for parking. And we have a variable for admission. We have no idea. So our answer here is something like P plus A or A plus P. Those are our two possible answers, right? Always circle your answers, please. Number 9, our operator word, the sum, that means plus. Twice is also an operator word. It means 2 times something. A number, that's our variable. And 15, that's just a number, right? So we're trying to come up with a phrase that says the sum of twice a number and 15. So twice a number is 2n, and then the sum of that, 2n, plus 15, right? Twice a number plus 15, and that's our answer. 11, it says half of a number decreased by 27. So we got an operator word in half. That means to divide by 2. A number is a variable here, so n. Decreased by is another operator word. It means to subtract, and 27 is just a number in this case, right? So half of a number decreased by 2, right? So here's half of this number. So if I wrote this, I could write n over 2, right? This is half of this number n decreased by minus 27. That's our answer. N over 2 minus 27. Right, number 13, it says 9 less than. So 9 is obviously just a number. Less than is an operator, and remember, that's that crazy one where you have to really pay attention that you're going to have to flip it in the end, right? The square root is actually an operator. I haven't taught you guys this yet, but it is something that looks like this, the square root of a number, and that's just our variable. So it's going to be something that looks a little funky. It's this square root of n minus 9. Why does minus 9 go at the back? Because we had that whole 9 less than, right? So it gets flipped all the way to the back there. So square root of n minus 9. And 15, 25 is just a number, so I'll just put that off here. Decreased by, that's our regular subtraction one. We don't have to flip that one. The product, that is absolutely an operator. It means multiplication of a number, that's a variable, n, and 3. That's a number we're going to use. So it says 25 decreased by the product of n and 3. So here's how we write this. 25 decreased by minus the product of n and 3. I could write this as n times 3, or if I want to be really fancy, I could write it as 25 minus 3n, because n times 3 is the same thing as 3 times n, and we just put them together. A number next to a variable means multiplication. So circle both of those as your answer. If you go to the back side, it says give 2 different ways to write this expression in words. So for 17, I gave you one way, a number, x, right, divided by -7. Another way to write this would be the quotient, because the word quotient also means division, of number and -7, right? The variable is just going to be that thing that you don't know, a number, right? For 18, I'll allow you to do that, but one of the ways is the product of a -4 and a number. Notice how when I have a number next to a variable, it means multiplication. 19, I've done one of them for you. You come up with another one, and then 20, you come up with both of them, right? So I'm going to do 21 here. It says Moses has X dollars in his account. That's important. So Moses is X. Oops, sorry, I should meant to highlight that. Diane has half the amount as Moses has. All right, so Diane has half the amount in her account as Moses does. So Diane has got less money than Moses. And Edward has 20 more dollars than Diane does. Okay. All right, so write the expression that Diane has in her account. So if Moses is just equal to X, Diane is half of X, right? Or X over 2. Okay, and it says write an expression to represent Edward. So Edward has just 20 more dollars than Diane. So let's put Diane down, which was X over 2, and Edward's got 20 more. So X over 2 plus 20, right? And finally, if Moses has 40 bucks in his account, then how much money does Edward have? So if Moses has 40, Diane has half that amount, right? It's no longer X, right? We know what X is. It's 40. So Diane is 40 over 2, or equal to 20. And then how much does Edward have? Well, Edward was just what Diane had. Diane plus 20. Well, if Diane's got 20, it's 20 plus 20. It means Edward also has 40 bucks. Okay, so problem number 22 is very similar to that. So I'm going to let you go ahead and work that out. Call me if you have questions.